Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, March 13th, 2023, and this is Today in Web3. Let's jump right into it. We have something on the radar this morning. First Republic Bank is down 63.1% pre-market. If this bank goes under, this will be the third bank to fail in 3 days over the weekend. The first bank, as we all know, was SVB, Silicon Valley Bank. It was taken over by the FDIC on Friday. It was in turmoil over the weekend. Nobody knew what was going to happen to the depositors. We were talking that depositors could lose all of their money, meaning that companies, startups, individuals would not have access to their fund. Companies could not make payroll. The Fed has announced that they will step in and back all of the depositors, meaning companies can make payroll, you can take your money out. However, they said that they are not bailing out any banks. Janet Yellen was on multiple news sources last night making that claim, making that statement for the federal government, saying that we are not going to have another 2008. Depositors will be covered. Banks and executives and shareholders will not. However, we have another bank that was closed down by the Fed yesterday. And it was just 2 days after they shut down Silicon Valley Bank. This is going to be the third largest bank to be closed since 2008. The first largest bank was Washington Mutual, the second Silicon Valley Bank, and now Signature Bank has around $110 billion in assets as of December 30th, making it the 29th largest bank. However, it has 89.7% uninsured deposits, meaning that the FDIC will not cover anything over $250,000. Again, it looks like the government is basically making a blanket statement saying that if banks go under and they are seized and they are shut down for business, the government will cover the depositors. President Joe Biden will be coming on to make a statement at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now, it's 8:50. I will be watching that, and I will be making statements about that a little bit later today. But there's been also some news about what's happening with the executives of these banks. Something came out over the weekend that Silicon Valley Bank executive was also a Lehman Brothers CFO prior to the 2008 collapse. Let me say that again. A Silicon Valley Bank executive worked at Lehman Brothers, as we know, Lehman Brothers, 2008 financial collapse, as their CFO. Now, he left Lehman Brothers in 2007. Lehman Brothers collapsed in 2008. And you could say, okay, maybe something happened between 2007 and 2008 that he did not know about. However, it's like if your house burns down, the insurance pays you out, you go build another house, and then your second house burns down. Now, I'm not saying that you're a criminal. I'm not saying that you're liable. I'm not saying it's arson. I can be asking questions if I was the insurance company saying, like, is it a responsibility? Do you have a memory problem? You don't remember leaving on the stove or the toaster? What's going on, and why does your house keep burning down? However, and again, I just want to say I'm not alleging anything. I'm not making any claims here about this person and their conduct or their character. I am saying that if you see a pattern, can we start asking questions? You can't make this up, though. And that's why I want to just bring it up about the crypto space as well, because we see the same things happening in crypto. FTX collapses. SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, Caroline Ellison, they both are getting charged. Ellison already is working with the feds. She has said that she was doing illegal activities already. We had other executives of FTX saying that in a meeting, going on record saying that they were doing illegal activities in FTX. Sam Bankman-Fried is still saying he's innocent and he's going to court. They're building a case against him. However, there are executives that are leaving FTX and going straight out to raise funds. For example, Brett Harrison, the former president of FTX.US, raised $5 million for a new crypto startup called Architect. Now, again, Brett, or anybody who knows Brett, or any other executive that is raising money, and you might not just need a job. You might just have been working for the wrong company, and I understand that. So I'm not making any accusations. I am saying, We haven't even dug into it to unravel what happened with FTX. We just have alleged ideas and speculation out there. What is the real story? And so at the same time, these executives are going out to raise funds in the same industry that has just been in turmoil from a collapse of one of the world's biggest exchanges. Same thing with Suju and Kyle Davies. They're raising $25 million for a crypto exchange. Now, I thought this was so preposterous, I didn't even believe it. So I was searching to make sure that this was fake. I couldn't find anybody that said, hey, this is fake. This is not happening. That this was just some made up story and headline. I couldn't find that. So if I am wrong, please tell me that this was fake. And I just can't believe Suju and Kyle Davies, both the co-founders of Three Arrows Capital, are coming out raising funds after the collapse of one of the major institutions that caused the crypto contagion. And when there's blood in the water, you know there's going to be sharks. And what are the sharks going to do? They're going to hunt, and they're going to find their prey. And in the wake of all this blood on the streets with the banks failing, we see that there is a shark coming up here to find their prey. HSBC officially announced on March 13th that its subsidiary, HSBC UK Bank, is acquiring Silicon Valley Bank UK for £1 or $1.21. Deals. I think this is going to be the deal of the century. As of March 10th, 2023, SVB had loans of around $6.7 billion and $1.8 billion in deposits. For the financial year ending December 31st of 2022, SVB UK recorded a profits before tax of £88 million or $107 million. They also have equity of around $1.7 billion. HSBC said this: SVB UK customers can continue to bank as usual, safe in the knowledge that their deposits are backed by the strength, safety, and security of HSBC. A lot of these things are still developing. Trading has not started this morning. It is now 8:56. Joe Biden, President of the United States, is going to go on to tell us how the government is going to mitigate this situation. There might be still more contagion in the banking system. We will let you know. It's going to touch a lot of tech companies, but we're going to have to wait and see how the markets open and what Joe Biden says. We'll be back to talk more about that later.